We on? Hey guys, welcome to Caffeinated. Figured we do a little feature on the show here. We're going to try and do this each week. I will do shout outs and updates to you guys in just a minute once I get my coffee, because once I make a little latte here, we're going to go back to the office and we're going to talk about a couple of other things. So I can't see your guys' comments right now because Cyborg and my kids are monitoring that side. Let me just pull a shot here real quick while we do this. You know, one of the things I've noticed in Mexico, their cooking is amazing, and they're not, okay, I don't mean to be harsh on my Mexican friends, but you guys don't really know how to make an iced latte, okay? An iced latte is not the same as a frappe. Let me show you real quick, with utmost respect, how to make an iced latte. You start with a glass with ice, okay? We're pulling a double shot of espresso. I'm gonna fill that glass up about 2/3 with milk. I've got my espresso coming off. Now, at this point, I could add like some coconut cream or some flavoring. In this case, I'm gonna use my homemade black vanilla syrup, okay? And so I'm just gonna pour a little of that in there. And presentation is important. So you wanna come in there, you wanna have that ice, you wanna have that coffee, and then you just drop that double shot in there. And you see that marbleization going on, then you grab a little cream. This is optional. Top it off with a little cream on top, and you'll see that cream flowing down the sides. All right, we got a straw around here. Anna, grab me a straw, will ya? And then you have a nice latte. If you really wanna kind of trick it out, you can top it off with a little bit of chocolate or something like that. Or you can just eat the chocolate. That works too. That is an iced latte. You see that in there, Seim? Are you seeing that in there? Okay. So that's how it's done. Now that we got the caffeine. Thanks, kids. I'm gonna run to the office. If you guys want to make one, you can. Hola, Cisne. Okay, so we got the caffeine on this week's episode of Caffeinated. Let me grab this can and we will go throw it on a tripod here so I can sit down with you guys, go over a couple of things. All right, let me know if I'm back. Apparently my Wi-Fi is fragging on me here when I move from one side of the house to the other. You guys let me know how you can see me. All right, so we got a coffee here. Drink it slow, savor it. For my Mexican friends, I love you guys, but an iced latte is not a frappe. There's Seim Kids. That's my assistants in there. Go follow Seim Kids. And this is a little feature I like to do. First of all, shout out to all you guys, okay? So I'm gonna shout out now. I see Ted in there. I see Phoenix. I see Seim Kids, of course. Dream Chaser, all of you guys in there. And Fitzcam, Lady TJ, all you guys, good to see you in there. Smash that like button. All right. Where have I been? Well, I've been kind of busy because I have to eat. All right. And so I do photography stuff. I've told you guys this before. You can find my latest product that I just released over at seimfx.com/PW if you want to know what I actually do to feed my family. I love doing YouTube videos and things like that, but the videos alone, while they do give us some coffee money, they don't pay the bills, okay? So I do want to shout out to our Patreon subscribers. In fact, one of the things I want to mention this week is that we will be doing a exclusive live stream. The rest of you may be able to watch it after, but only Patreons will be able to watch this live stream live, okay? So if you're a supporter of the show over on Patreon, I pitch in $2 a month, something like that over there. Patreon.com/Gavin Seim. Thank you for the super chat trail. If you are over there, you'll be given access to tune in live. And these Patreon only live streams are going to be a very small group comparatively to what's on here. And they also are going to have an added advantage of we're going to do more intimate Q&A sessions, questions about law, about Mexico. And so these are going to be more really for you, Coleman, before we continue this Sunday to take a moment of silence for our political prisoners and those persecuted, killed, and locked away by our government, like Jeff Winehouse, Schaefer Cox, Leonard Peltier. The list goes on and on and on. We can't name them all, but let's take a moment of silence for them. Name their names. I am thankful that I escaped from the USSA before they put me into one of their concentration camps. On Caffeinated, we're going to talk a little bit about the issues, but this is going to be my show once a week, if you guys enjoy it, where I'm going to talk a little bit about gadgets and tech and just kind of show you a cool gadget of the week. Now, in terms of my photography, I'm doing more photography reviews and videos all the time over on my other channel, youtube.com/Seim Studios. You'll find it linked on the homepage of this channel as well. If you're already subscribed, head over there and subscribe to the other one. Now, I thought, you know what, there's all this stuff. You guys see all this stuff in the background, and rather than do a big, long, huge review, because there's lots of great tech reviewers out there that are better at doing it than me, I thought every now and then I would just grab one of these gadgets off the shelf and we'd have a cup of coffee and talk a little bit about tech gadgets here and there, particularly tech gadgets that can help you to communicate better, that can help the message, of liberty move forward. So we're not going to do any traditional tech review. I'm going to talk about tools that either I just think are really cool and that give me a breath of fresh air, but in particular tools that you can also use to help get your message out, because I want your guys' voice expanding. All right. The problem is we've got a handful of us in the YouTube, in the freedom community. The Patriot movement, the loyalists, the blue line backers, they're getting more and more hostile toward people like myself, Kelly Stewart, John Lamb, the people that actually speak out. They're dedicating entire pages to slandering and defaming us. And that's actually a good sign. For years, we've been working on saying, and this is something I started saying years ago, look, we have to split it. We have to draw a line down the middle. We have to separate the wheat from the chaff, the loyalists from the actual patriots, and that's what's happening. But we need to expand that voice. We need more than, tuxedo, Buenos Aires. We need more than just 4 or 5 or 10 or 15. We need an army of people speaking the truth. Today's feature to help get the message out on Caffeinated is this little thing right here, okay? This was actually on the camera when we started the live stream, and if you were paying very close attention, you noticed when I took it off. And this is called a moment lens. Now, these are very well known in the tech and photography world, but maybe not so much in the activist world, and they're quite useful because as an activist, I've talked for years about how sometimes I get frustrated because the video quality you get as an activist is often not nearly as good as something that you would get with this or with this or something like that, right? I mean, don't get me started. I have cameras everywhere that will take amazing images, 4K, the works. So sometimes I get frustrated. That's why I enjoy the top spec phones, the S9, the iPhone X, the Pixel. I use an iPhone 10 right now, and getting the best I can. However, there's a little add-on to be able to do this. And a lot of my vlogs, a lot of the Exile Show vlogs, thanks to our Patreon subscribers for helping us do those in particular because they take the most time. The Exile Show Activism, the Exile Show Adventures here in Mexico. In fact, I have a new one. Like I said, I've been kind of away working on day job projects. We had a new product released the past couple weeks, and then this last week I was kind of feeling under the weather, and I just didn't really have the energy to work and to do live streams, okay? I just wasn't feeling that inspired, and that's why we're catching up here today. What I thought I'd do, though, is show you a little gadget, because a phone is something I always have. I've told you guys for years, you always turn that camera on. But the phones have gotten to the point, the stabilization, the 4K video, you guys have seen some of the recent Exile shows. And while, yes, I can do way more with a professional level camera if I need to do it, a lot of times the actual visual quality, run and gun shooting, I can get just as well. And so if you guys want to YouTube, if you want to vlog, if you want to kind of increase your quality, you can actually do that really well simply by putting to work your phone. Get the best one you can, but use what we have. We're gonna down this delicious iced latte. It's good. I just picked up that Breville espresso machine because I had to leave my Rocket Espresso, which is a gorgeous Italian machine in the United States when I escaped. Okay, different story. But if you want to learn about my escape from the United States, go to the homepage of this channel. The Moment Lens is something, it's a little gadget that I keep handy. And it doesn't work on this front-facing camera for live streaming like we're doing now. But if I'm out vlogging, doing adventures, okay, and all that kind of stuff, right? Seim kids, we're helping them. They're using the phones. They used, I think, an iPhone 8 for their Mentos and Coke video, and it looks phenomenal. We have really good professional cameras around here, and we do use them. I have more cameras, I don't know, I probably have 4 or 5 cameras at least on this shelf behind me right now. And we may talk about some of those and their uses. But getting a tool set, what the Moment is rather than just one of those stupid clip-on lenses, the Moment lens is a high-quality optic relative to phones, okay? I mean, you're still just talking about a phone camera, but the phone cameras are doing amazing video now. It's not the same quality as a professional level lens, right? It's not the same quality as a classic old film camera. However, that 4x5 back there will not shoot 4K video. When I'm out filming with the phone, a lot of times you have that middle range distance, okay, of the focal length. And one of my favorite gadgets is these little Moment lenses. They're coming out with a new, let me see if I can see through these. They're coming out with a new one. Hey guys, these are Moment lenses. I can actually see you guys through this. And so this looks pretty cool. These are Moment lenses. And what these are, I've got a wide angle and a telephoto right here. And there's a special case. So rather than clip it on, you have a case, and they're coming out with a battery case now, which I have ordered for my phone to get that extra battery life because I do a lot of filming. These actually, if you can see them here, they have a little mount. Okay, let me see if I can get it in the light correctly. There you go. You see how it's a little divoted mount. So these go on, the case is on my phone right now, and I'm filming with the phone that these go on. So mainly I'm going to show you the lenses. These only cost about $100. Now that may sound like a lot, but understand that we're paying $800, $1,000. I mean, this lens right here, which is a more mid-range professional lens, was like $800. A top-tier professional lens is like $2,000. Those are incredibly useful when I'm doing portrait shoots and producing full-spec videos. But when I'm on the go doing vlogs, things like that, I found these to be really phenomenal. So the iPhone 10 in my case, and you can get these for the Pixel, I believe, the Samsungs, yes. And basically you get a case that fits your phone that then has a mount for these. You can use the phone as is. There's also the 2 lenses on my iPhone 10, just like on the Galaxy. And then I can put both of these on either lens. So I can take the tele lens built into the phone and then put this tele lens, cha-chink, on that, and I have a super tele lens built into my phone. And guys, I gotta tell you, the optical quality is actually pretty good. When I'm shooting and I wanna be a little bit closer, I can have this. And let me actually show you the optic real quick. You're not gonna see the quality of it because we're live streaming, but if I just take and flip the camera here, right, and you can see the distance I have here, if I put this on, okay, we drastically increase the width that we have, and ditto for the telephoto. I put it on, hang on. Voila, let that focus, look at that. Very handy stuff, okay, these are very cool. So these are good little gadgets. I've had those little clip-on junky lenses that are like 20 bucks, and I guess they're okay, but these are actually, this is made by a company that likes optics, and these have real optics. I mean, you can tell by the size of the front element that these are serious optics, and they're gonna keep the quality pretty high. Okay, that is my gadget of the week here on Caffeinated. For you, you fellow YouTubers out there, guys, I want you to pick up whatever camera you have and start communicating, start learning your voice, and what makes a narrative? What makes a narrative? You're telling a story. You have an open, you have a middle, you have a close. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but the things you would learn if you went to like a Toastmasters speaking club or something like that, the things that I've talked about on here, the basics, the fundamentals, all right? The fundamentals of making a story, a narrative, a movie, anything. It's always an open, middle, close, plot point, 1, 2, and 3, you know, setup, conflict, resolution. This is how you tell people stories. And by telling people stories, by sharing other people's stories who don't have a voice to be able to do it, and by doing so efficiently and concisely and powerfully as we build our voice, the voice of freedom and liberty can become strong. Okay? All right, guys, I think we're gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna finish. I didn't finish this by the end because I would have been sitting here drinking the whole time instead of talking to you lovely people. Moment lenses. Just Google it, Moment lens, and you can get a little case and these lenses, and you can greatly expand. Don't worry about if you want a YouTube channel. Don't worry about going to spend 10 grand on a new cinema camera right off the bat. Get a couple of these lenses, get a case, maybe get a little mic that plugs in, or better yet, a wireless, but a plug-in mic is fine, like this. These little Boya mics are good. This has like 20 feet of cord on it, and if I want to get a little bit away from the camera, I can plug this in. Here's a little clip mic, and guys, I do professional grade stuff that I hook up this $20 mic on $3,000 cameras to get audio, and it does pretty dang good. We'll talk about mics another day on Caffeinated. If you guys enjoy this segment, we're gonna try and organize our live shows a little bit better, so have shows that maybe do just a little casual catch up and talking about things like this over a cup of coffee to help us expand the message, shows talking about law, shows talking about our prisoners, shows talking about urgent issues, and of course, the growing catalog of the Exile show, which is our more full production show that, well, if you guys have seen it, you know. If you haven't seen the Exile show, go to this channel, to the Exile show category, and watch some of those. Guys, I will post an update on our Patreon for those of you who are Patreon supporters. If you're not, I do appreciate your support over there. Patreon.com/Gavin Seim. And you can head over there and get on board, and we're gonna do an exclusive live stream this week. As promised, for our Patreon supporters, we're gonna be planning a live stream like this about every month, where we can do Q&As and have a little more intimate discussions that aren't just on the main open channel. So I know it's Sunday, you guys are probably doing stuff. It's not the best time to do a live stream, but I haven't given you guys an update all week. I wanted to follow up with you guys, do the first episode of Caffeinated Live. You guys let me know. You guys let me know if you enjoyed this, if you enjoyed this talk, and what you think we should talk about more. And we welcome you non-coffee drinkers as well. If you drink tea or if you drink water, herbal teas. I love herbal teas, like secret. It's not really a secret. I'm an herbalist, but okay. All right, you guys. Be safe. Stay out of the hands of blue ISIS. Resist. Stand up. Love your neighbor as yourself. Thank you all.